Hello, my name is Natasha, and I am going to do a verbal report for Instructor Corbin at Baker College. Now, we are going to discuss communication problems in the accounting firm and what can be done to resolve the communication problems amongst the employees. We're going to go over what the problems are. We're going to go over a solution proposal. Now, accounting firms are just one of many businesses that experience communication problems. It's actually quite common amongst a lot of businesses, but this one's going to be mainly focused around the accounting firm. Now, one main problem of communication issues is time. Time is being wasted because people are not for sure what's going to happen next. Timelines are not being met for the reports that are due to the clients. So a lot of money gets wasted that way. It can slow the accountants down. It can delay the final reports. It can cause friction amongst the employees, lack of focus, failure of purpose, lack of innovation, drop in morale, loss of credibility for everyone involved in the accounting firm. Now, this costs the firm money as well as the employees and clients, potential clients, and it of course costs money on the payroll. So the solution is intended to provide a effective way to communicate within the accounting firm that benefits everybody involved, from the employees to the trickle down to the clients and anybody that we must report to. So we're going to go over the problems and go into how to implement the proposed solution. Now, the lack of focus is when a task is not communicated thoroughly between the management and the accountants, or the accountants amongst themselves. Then you find yourself not knowing what to do. It's time consuming because there's no focus. Failure of purpose. If there's poor communication, then the purpose is not being accomplished because nobody actually knows what needs to be done. Lack of innovation. If nobody takes initiative to fix the communication problems, then it's going to continue to have issues in the accounting firm. There's a drop in morale amongst the employees in the business because you lose self-confidence when you're constantly having to redo something. You're constantly hearing negative feedback about everything. So then you begin to have loss of credibility, and that can affect the accounting firm as well as us accountants. Now, the friction amongst employees, if Sally says it's supposed to be done one way and Mary says it's supposed to be done another way, and I come through and do it a totally different way because all three of us have done it differently the whole time we've been doing it, then it's going to cause friction. Because Sally's going to be like, well, that ain't the way I do it. Mary's going to be like, well, neither of you guys got my way, and I'm stood in the middle going, I don't know which way to do it either. This is the way I've always done it. So the cause and effects of poor communication can cause loss of clients, employees, money, and worst case scenario, it can actually shut a company down. Now, this right here, let's see, I don't know if you can see it. I think it's backwards. But what it says is cost of bad writing. 70% of small, medium-sized businesses say ineffective communication is a primary problem. Time. 30% of letters and memos in a business are sent to get clarification of prior written communications. So people are 30% of the time sending a letter, a memo, or another email to get clarification on something they've already read. Somebody already sent it to them and they still don't understand what it's talking about because it's not communicating the point across clearly. Credibility, ineffective or unprofessional messages don't get results or credence. So using emojis using improper grammar within an email or text, it ain't gonna get you nowhere, because a lot of people are just gonna look over that and be like garbage, 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 because they don't have time for that. They want something short, to the point, without any extra filler. They want just what they need to know, so that way they can move on. So when there's strong communication, workers know what is expected of them. Customers are satisfied knowing that things are being handled. Task and focus are accomplished. Customers and workers are happier, satisfied with the work that is being done, and the workflow is continued. When there's not strong communication, customers don't know what's happening. Workers are confused on what is supposed to be completed and when. Jobs are not completed in a timely fashion. Customers and workers are now not happy at all. Nobody's happy. And the workflow either slows to a crawl or stops, again, costing money. Leading by the example is the first part of cleaning up this poor communication problem in the accounting firm. Now, we're gonna count on the management to lead and direct us in a way that we can understand and follow. Because the way that the chain of events comes down is that the chief executive officer lets the management know what needs to be done next, who passes it down to the rest of us accountants. So we need clarification between these two, and then clarification between this one and this one. If there's not clarification in between each of these lines, as bold as what these colors are here, then the points are not getting across. Nothing comes all the way down to the bottom properly. So we are counting on management to provide us a solution to these communication problems. And one of these solutions is to set a time specifically for a meeting, whether it's once a week, once a month. Set the time, already have a good 5 to 8 items to go over. Think of all the questions that the management is going to want to answer before the questions arrive. So if the management can think out far enough ahead and plan their meeting clearly enough, then there really shouldn't be many, if any, questions at the end of it, if it is well thought out. Another way to go along with that is to set up some software, either on the phones or on the computers or both, where they can go in and put in what updates, anything like that. Leave it as an open communication channel to where us accountants can get on there and interact with each other and the management. Management should supervise this and make sure that all the answers that are being put in by other accountants are correct. If they are not, they need to be corrected by management. There's no sense to set up this program with the phones and the electronic devices to have us communicating with each other if there's still not going to be any supervision from management. So we definitely need them, the managers in that, and then we need them monthly meetings at least to clear up these communication problems in here. And by implementing these suggested changes, which don't take much, it might take management 3-4 weeks to implement these changes, which are very minor, both of them, but they're going to have huge impacts. They've been referred by multiple people. Blitz 2015 was one of the references. They have been accredited for helping other accounting firms set up these types of programs to make sure that the communication is there, make sure that these things are being done in a timely manner, and the employees then feel like they are part of an active team. They are part of a good accounting firm, and that everybody's going to work together. And I feel that this will benefit everybody in the firm, including the firm owners, because this will bring in money. So once the management collects the information, implement the solution, hold regular meetings, use that electronic app, and that should button everything up for us. Now, here is my list of references. We have Blitz 2016, we have Boone B, Driver S 2017, Manhorna and Ackfield 2016, Mark Borzi, Tim Mills 2001, and Simon P 2015. Thank you.